Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, we are going to be talking about new makeup releases. There are half of these releases I'm going to be talking about today that I actually have my eye on. Very promising, very interesting. And then there's 4 of them or so that I don't understand. They kind of seem disastrous. I don't know why they're even being created, but I do want to hear all about your thoughts with these also. And if you do want me to review something, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to help you out. So if you guys want to hear about some new products coming up in the makeup industry and my thoughts on them, then just keep watching. Let's get right on into it and start off on a positive note, something that I'm actually pretty excited about. And I'm gonna see some more details as they are revealed as to whether or not I think this is something that I'm going to be picking up for sure. This is the Dior Spring 2021 preview for the upcoming collection for the spring. It looks like there's gonna be 2 eye palettes. Both of them are gonna be trios. Once again, they've included those tiny little brushes, which you guys know my opinion on. I just think it's a wasted space, but maybe one day we won't see them, or maybe I'll just get accustomed to it. I'm not sure. But these are some interesting trios. We have one that's cool and one that's warm, and they have a really nice flower kind of print pressed into the powder. So that's really beautiful. I do like how they've kind of kept to a pinky theme and not kept it to just a warm tone palette. And then there's some new lip products also. The Lip Maximizer in a really cool like peachy kind of color. We have a really nice pale pink lip oil. And then we have what looks like, I don't know if that's like a multi-stick of some kind, a highlight or a blush or a combination of one or the other with a pink and a peach. And then we also have some really nice lipsticks. So this is really, really exciting. And I'm just looking to see, it doesn't have any release as of yet as to when it's going to be happening or when it's going to be dropping, but this is a really cute little springtime collection, in my opinion. I think Dior does a great job with eyeshadows. I think they also do a great job with lip products. So this might be a promising one. So let me know your thoughts on this. But this one I'm going to say I'm leaning more towards a yes when it comes to purchasing something, not everything, but I do want to hear from you. Okay, now let's talk about some new Too Faced stuff. This is available now. And you guys, I think I've talked a couple times on my channel about why I think Too Faced is losing some steam. Ever since they got sold, it just kind of dipped downward, in my opinion. The creativity started to get a little bit flat, and this is kind of evidence of that. So we do have some holiday 2020 eyeshadow palettes. They've already released quite a few of these mini palettes before. And what I will say is that, of course, the formula is consistent in the tin packaging. I do love it for that. So the larger tin palettes and the minis like these have good consistent formulations. So if you do see something that interests you, it's a good chance that you'll enjoy it if you've liked a previous Too Faced eyeshadow palette. I think they're probably trying to do younger vibes with this, but like that's my jam, is interesting and let's play. Like, yeah, I don't know. These are some bright spring colors, but they just don't interest me enough. I have a couple palettes from them, but that's it. I'm really kind of saturated with the Too Faced stuff right now. There's also a Light My Fire one, which looks very similar to previous palettes that they've done. And same with Kitty Likes to Scratch, which is another palette. Same kind of warm tones, browns, oranges, reds. We've seen that already this holiday, so it's not just these two. Like, it looks like they're kind of just recycling things now at this point. So let me know your thoughts on these. I mean, they're cutesy, but I just don't see it anymore. And maybe it's because I'm also fairly saturated with releases at this point. Usually this time in the year, it has to really blow my mind because I've already spent quite a bit of money on holiday releases and things like that. So this kind of lull in the year, it has to be great for me to drop some coin. This, not it. Now, speaking of Dior, we do have something new coming down the pipe also, which is coming in spring 2021. And this is a foundation. This is the Skin Forever Cushion Foundation. I just love the packaging of this. I am a packaging crazed person. I do think that it does help the luxury experience, and it should accompany a really beautiful packaging style for a price point that high. However, that doesn't necessarily mean the product inside is going to be good, but the packaging has got me. I have been leaning towards some cushion foundations for the sake of them being a little bit more flexible with coverage. You can really keep them lighter. You can keep them a little bit heavier if you want to just add more layers, but this is something I'm freshly getting into, especially just kind of being at home a lot more. So this is an interesting one. I'm really hoping that it actually is a good product underneath, but I'm gonna keep my eyes for this. This is supposed to come in January sometime, but what do you guys think of that packaging? Like, if you like Dior and their bags and their accessories, like just them as a brand, this is really beautiful. It definitely speaks to me. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Okay, now let's talk about the celebrity line. So this is the new beauty line from J.Lo, Jennifer Lopez. She's coming out with what looks like skincare type products. Her tagline here says, "Now your glow has no expiration date." So that's like the goal, is to have glowy skin. And she has a serum for 79 American dollars. She has, sorry, you can already tell my my feelings about this. She has a Wonder Cream for 58, the Star Filter Complexion Booster, which is probably going to be kind of like a Hollywood filter type idea. That's 39 American dollars. The Limitless Glow Face Mask, 18 per mask, totally soaked in that serum that they're offering. The Single Cleanser, this is a makeup cleanser. We have the eye cream. That one is 48. The cleanser was 38. We have an SPF. Thank goodness. If I'm just gonna say something, it was so weird when like Kylie Skin, for instance, came out with a skincare line and no SPF. I think that's just totally incomplete and not cool to not have an SPF in your line. She has since put one in her line, thank goodness. But the initial launch didn't have anything, and that is so key. Then there's a dietary supplement, similar to what Tati has done with the Halo Beauty stuff, I believe. This is the Inner Love Dietary Supplement, $36. Now, all of it will be available January 1st, early access December 8th on their website. These are my thoughts, okay? The packaging is nice. J.Lo is a celebrity that I've never been able to really get behind. This is stuff that I just worry about the fragrance level. There is a rumor that most of the products will have what she is quoting a very mild scent. That to me, not promising, because you know I'm trying to avoid that stuff like the plague. I do have some luxury makeup favorites that have fragrance, but I'm kind of keeping it there. For skincare, I would never do fragrance products anymore, so this is a huge deterrent for me. I would caution you on a dietary supplement. Just make sure that you are running it by a nutritionist, like a dietitian, doctor, someone that knows their stuff with that kind of thing, because that can be potentially dangerous. What it reminds me of a little bit with some of the ingredients they're describing is kind of like Tatcha-esque. Like the serum is supposed to have Japanese rice sake ferment, so that's similar to a Tatcha vibe. The cleanser has rice bran, coconut, Japanese root to soothe irritation. So these are also kind of Tatcha-esque ingredients. So I wonder if this is gonna rival something like that, but Tatcha does have quite a few fragrant ingredients also. So what do you guys think of this? I'm looking at the comments on Trend Mood and people are not impressed. And J.Lo as a person has also been documented as being fairly rude and ungrateful. I don't know if that's the case now because it's happened in the past, and obviously people can change, but this is someone that I'm not super pumped about with regards to having a line and being skincare. Like, I have my skincare faves. They are powerhouses and I'm reluctant to change them. Okay, so next we have a new mascara. This is from Lancome. This is the Dubbed Lash Idole mascara. Now it looks like Zendaya is going to be the model to promote this mascara, and the reason why I kind of have my eye on this one is because of the curved wand. You guys know that I love the Dior Over Curl Mascara. It also has a curved wand, and I do like those because they seem to somehow lift my lashes a bit more, and I'm really excited to see what this is all about. It says it is a brush that has a curved shape with 360 micro bristles in various sizes to generally coat the lashes, adding a lift. Lasts up to 24 hours. The gel emulsion can be easily removed, avoids flakiness and smudging. The mascara packaging reminds me of the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, just in the colors. So not the fact that the wand is bent or anything, because I know that mascara has a straight wand, but it does kind of give me those vibes. So I wonder how the packaging is going to feel. Is it going to feel a bit heavier than a drugstore product, or is it going to kind of rival a drugstore product? That will be very interesting because Lancome is not drugstore pricing. So let me know your thoughts on this one, if this is on your wish list or just something you're going to skip on. Next, we have a new Beautyblender sponge. Now this is not super new, but this is the original Beautyblender that has a astrology sign pressed into it. That's kind of what it looks like anyways. It looks like they're releasing astrology sponges, and they literally just have the astrology symbol pressed into the sponge. Interestingly, so I am Gemini. If you guys don't know, my birthday is May 30th, so I am a Gemini. I don't think I would buy this for the sake of it having a Gemini symbol on it. That's what I'm going to say first. But I do use those sponges, so as long as the price isn't insane just because they put a sponge sign into it, that to me isn't the biggest deal in the world. If the price is consistent, I'll try it out. If it's more, I will definitely skip it because I'm not paying more for just a little engraving in my sponge. So these are sponges that I love. I do purchase them. As you know, Beautyblender is one of my favorites. I usually apply most of my base products, if not everything, with a sponge. It's just my preferred method. So these are kind of nifty, like kind of interesting, but once again, I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy it if it's more money, but if it happens to fall in a time when I need to restock on my sponges, then I will consider checking it out because it does look kind of interesting. What do you guys think of these sponges? They are available now at Sephora and they are limited edition. Next, we have a Charlotte Tilbury product that I don't know if this is something that I'm going to be getting, and I can't quite remember if I've ever tried this or not. If I have, it's clearly not a remarkable experience because I don't remember, but this is the Lip Oil Crystal Elixir from Charlotte Tilbury. There are 2 shades of this is what it looks like, and we have one called Rose Lust, which is a rosy pink, one called Berry Bliss, which is a berry pink. I don't want to get them. I don't know, I'm really worried because Charlotte Tilbury has recently sold her company. She is still a huge active part in the creative process as far as I understand, but some of these products she's been coming out have just not interested me. The tints were total busts in my opinion, and I did do a whole hits and misses video on that, and these now are not interesting me enough to pay $40 each. There's no way. Absolutely no way. These are types of products that you either love them or you hate them. I have maybe 1 or 2 oils in my collection and that's enough. I don't usually grab them, so they're not something that is a preference style lip product for me. I know a lot of people love a lip oil, so perhaps this could be an option for you, but this just, I would rather grab a gloss. Let's put it that way. A gloss or a balm. A lip oil, rarely do I pull, so I only buy like the odd one every so often. Pat McGrath lip glosses that were just on sale, like I had to hold myself back because I love them so much. So that's what you really want to spend your money on. You want to be so excited about it, right? Because then you're going to use it. I doubt it has that much pigmentation. It's a lip oil, so definitely wouldn't, but I don't think it's going to be worth the price point. This isn't something that's interesting me at all. However, if you've tried these and you love them and you're like, Jenna, you're crazy, they're, like these are the best, please let me know. I'm happy to hear your thoughts. And if you feel that passionately about them, then I'll of course test them. But so far, nah. Okay, the last product we're going to be talking about is a set of 3 palettes. They're all quads and they're all coming from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I love the Fire Rose palette. I'm obsessed with it. I think that it's one of the best quads she has ever done. And actually, with the Beautylish sale that had just passed, I did pick up the Queen of Glow also, so I'll be testing that one out in a future video. But this is the new product drop coming soon from Charlotte Tilbury. We don't have a date as of yet. It looks like it's going to be towards the end of this year, so probably in the next couple of weeks. And these are the Hollywood Flawless Eye Filter Luxury Palettes. We have one that looks like, see, I'm worried about how similar those shades are gonna look in the first one. It looks like they're also gonna be fairly foiled or fairly metallic, but I am kind of curious about them because her palettes are some of my favorites ever, so we'll see. This is a really cool toned one with like a pink and some golds and some taupes and some browns. Very interesting. Then we have one that has more of a brighter color story, and by bright, I mean just slightly bright. Nothing too crazy. This one has like a peachy gold, a gold, and then some purples. And then we also have one that has like a navy kind of color in it, a navy blue, and then one that kind of has like what it looks like bronzy peach color. So she's not changing the color stories too much in these palettes, which I think will be interesting for the collector. I think you'll probably get quite a few similar looks. I will be picking up all 3 so that we can for sure know how much of these are going to overlap, because especially those golds and those bronzes. I think they're going to be close in nature, so you may not need all of them. So that is something that I'll be doing a review on for sure. We'll see. I mean, the Hollywood Flawless Filter, that is a really nice product, but it is a base product. It is entirely different than the eyeshadows. I mean, her quads in general have been fairly consistent. We have seen some differences in formulas for sure, with Fire Rose being a little bit more smooth and creamy in my opinion, but I don't like the Hollywood embossed in every single one. I'm gonna be honest, that one is a little bit of an overkill. I wish it would have just been one pan of this and not all of them. It just looks too busy, but that's just my personal preference. Otherwise, very interested to see how these are going to look and how they're going to perform, the differences between shades and everything, but I would love to hear your thoughts on if these are exciting you or not. If you missed a previous video of mine, I just did a Sephora haul, which was part 2 of the VIB sale, if you haven't seen that already, as well as my review on the Wayne Goss Pearl Moonstone. If you're interested in some more videos from me, I will have the links of those two in my description box. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'd love to know all of your thoughts on these new upcoming releases, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys!
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way.